So I'm humbled and I don't know the word I would use, but sometimes when you have really nice dogs like let's say Blue Dream, Sister, Medusa, when you have Fostati, when you have all those really nice dogs, sometimes it's hard when you have a really, really nice dog to make better. And I feel like some of the times I didn't hit that mark that I was after. You know what I mean? I mean, they were cool dogs, but when I put George to Blue Dream, even yourself was like, and I knew in my heart that this is the way I should have went the whole time. You know what I mean?
What whole time?
Because I bred Steph, which I really like those puppies. I really, really like those puppies. They had killer heads, but the bodies weren't as balanced as like the Boy George puppies. I didn't get as killer heads as I did, but my overall litter from front to back consistency is way better with George. And I think what people don't understand is you have to find a recipe that works, and then you just manipulate it in different directions. So I'm humbled because it's like a lot of times when you think something's going to be a home run, it's not as close as you think. But then you breed a dog like George to a dog like Blue Dream. They're really nice dogs individually, but they're a lot more alike than any other dogs that I bred to. And it's like, damn, these puppies look way better from the last puppy moving forward, not the best puppy. My best puppy out of Medusa is bar none better than anything I produced with Boy George. But
this one's consistently nice.
Yeah, I mean, you could have literally just went like this and picked the puppy and been happy with it. Now, my question to myself is, do I use Boy George on Medusa? Reinvent the wheel, or just use the same wheel that I already had?
I say go for it. We can get some darker puppies, maybe some brindles.
I don't know. That's the age-old question. I think there's ways of breeding dogs, and people, they take sisters and breed them to the same studs, and then they take, the sisters' kids and breed them to the same stud. It's just...
You don't want it to be that easy.
I don't want it... I don't try to do it that way. I try to push the boundaries where most people won't. Where most people are like, all right, George and Blue Dream work. Cool. Let's breed George to Heffany. Let's breed George to Medusa. Let's breed George to anything that has that.
Well, why don't you maybe not breed to Medusa and breed to Heffany?
I could. I'm just saying that's what a lot of people would do, So I believe that. I don't know if that's what I want to do.
So you're happy because you thought this litter would work.
Yeah.
I was telling you pit bull to pit bull.
Yeah.
But they're actually super thick.
They're super thick.
And you think that they clicked up because...
shoulders. I think they matched up very well, just because of the thickness. You got double Kaiser in there. You got double ABs.
Tucks, right?
No, not 2 times tucks. But when we had the American Bulldog Mac, that was tucks and crimson mixed together already. Mm-hmm. He was a really nice dog. He just wasn't enough dog.
Oh, and that's Lady Sylvanas' dad. So it actually he looked a lot like Lady Sylvanas.
Yeah. So that's kind of like what I was trying to shoot for. And here's the one thing I need people to understand is you can learn from anybody. And the reason you can learn from anybody, a lot of people say, I can't learn from nobody new. Yes, here's why you can learn from someone new, in my opinion. You don't know who that new person talks to. So if that new person talks to someone like Jamie Sweet or Beatrice or, all these people, Cord Eads or Joey Rita or Malik or anybody, these people talk to those people, they can get information from them that you've never heard. Just because they're new doesn't mean they don't have information. New people talk to a lot of new people. New people talk to a lot of people, so their information gathering is way better than yours at that.
They might have a fresh perspective, like, oh, why do you upload pictures like that when you can drag them all here? And you know what I mean? Like, yeah. They're better at different things. So
well, it's not even that they're better. They're better at talking to people too. Old people are normally set in their ways. Well, I'm not talking to him. He's a dick.
Right.
We'll just take Felix for an example. Felix talks to everybody. You know what I mean? Soundwave Kennels. He talks to everybody. So sometimes you can learn from him, being someone who's been breeding dogs for 40 years. Why? Because he talks to so many different people from so many different breeds. So his collective mind might be different than someone who's just, I breed American Bullies and this is what they're supposed to look like. And Dave Wilson is my mentor. Okay, that's good. That's all great and grand and
But
dandy.
you're staying inside your box, never leave your yard, never see other dogs in person.
Well, not only that, there could be a trait that pops out of nowhere, like a long scapula, and it's like, man, where did that come from? Well, that comes from a Staffy bull. Boom. Like, all right, cool. I want to keep that in there. How do I keep that in there? Somebody could actually tell you where somebody be like, I don't know, just breed to it again. You know what I mean? So
shout out to Chris for getting the iPhone 14 from his iPhone 6.
Hey, I had a 12. Butthole. So, all right, y'all. I didn't know she was recording me. Like, follow, and share. Deuces.
Peace.